What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Scarlet Witch issue number 4. So far, there hasn't been a whole lot that is going on in this series. We see that Wanda has opened up the Emporium. This is home to the last door. When somebody has nowhere else to turn, the last door opens up for them. This is a portal that takes them directly to Wanda. Darcy Lewis, she is one that came through this door a few weeks earlier. But Wanda didn't know that Scythia, leader of the Bakai, she has come to town seeking justice for Darcy's crimes against her people. And I will note that today is my birthday, so if you guys can do me a huge favor, go ahead, go find your favorite video that I have put out and share it around. Share it to your friends, share it to your family, share it to anybody that might be interested in a comic. Not only will you be sharing your love of comics, but you're also going to be helping promote my channel just a little bit more. And also make sure that you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we see that Darcy is currently unconscious. Scythia having Darcy in her grasp. Scythia is telling Wanda that she needs to stand aside, stay out of the way, and if she does not, she will suffer the same fate as her Emporium, which currently is in shambles. Now, we all know Wanda, and there is no way that she is going to stand down from this. Wanda knows exactly who she is, or at least the organization, the secret society that is sworn to protecting women and the abused. Wanda believes that they should be getting along, but here they are, their queen, threatening one of Wanda's friends, threatening Wanda herself. And so at the very least, Wanda wants to understand what is going on. This is where Scythia goes to explain exactly what is happening. Now, Scythia had found this organization trying to make sure that wicked men had paid for their crimes. These days, there are many sects. There are different organizations all over the place, all branching out from this one. And as the sisters hunted down a man that was suspected of violence, that's when they came across Darcy. Darcy being able to defend herself. They presented her with an opportunity. They invited her into their sect. What they didn't know at the time, it was all a trick. Darcy set this entire thing up. In their eyes, Darcy is the one that drew first blood. They are a society that lives in secrecy, revealing themselves only to avenge the abused. And each section, they answer the call in their own fashion. Each keeps its own den. This is where it heals the wounded and teaches them to break their chains. And after a few weeks of living among them, learning their ways and breaking bread, Darcy had killed one of the daughters. In their culture, it is free to draw blood of the others, but if you are an outsider, this is something that calls for blood. That balance must be had. With the loss of one of the sisters of Inyo, Darcy is now on the run. Scythia having no other option but to do this, but to do her duty and get the blood that is called for. When Darcy was about to face justice, that is when the last door had opened up for her. And Scythia has been looking all of this time trying to find her. This door leading her to the inevitable location of the Emporium. Now, the way Darcy sees it is that the daughters were butchers. And Wanda defends her, saying that if she did kill one of your sisters, there must have been a reason. But she also understands that Scythia is bound by honor. This is something that she can respect. But she refuses to let anything happen to Darcy, that there must be another way. With Scythia laughing at Wanda, saying that this is not the first sorceress she has gone against, and she plans to put her down. The two of them begin to battle, with Wanda taking a huge punch right across the chin. Scythia says that they are easily taken down and it could be done with one punch, saying that not a single sorceress can ever actually truly take a punch. But this is where Wanda, she throws her punch, recreating the Emporium, going fully Wizard of Oz, dropping the Emporium on top of her. Scythia coming out, all the rubble scattering in all directions. Scythia goes to impale Wanda, but this fails horribly. Recognizing that this situation is getting out of hand, Scythia goes to a nearby building. In doing so, she's trying to bring this building down. telling Wanda that she could have yielded. She could have stopped all of this. But she is now risking the lives of all these people so that she can save one. This is where Wanda uses her magic. She turns all of those people in the building into leaves. These leaves go floating down to the ground, and they transform back into regular people. Everybody a little bit confused. Now they turned into leaves and like blew away. Now that they're back as humans, Wanda is letting them know that she can't give them that time back. She can't replace what was lost. That includes their homes and everything else. But what she can do is give them a very unique gift, putting a magical spell on all of their hands, telling them if the next thing you do with these hands is go buy a lottery ticket, you will all win. But Scythia is not done yet, picking up a fire hydrant and knocking it across the face of Wanda, putting her down into the ground. We see that very unique rock that Darcy had been holding on to. Scythia throwing at her, and we see it pierce right through Wanda's spell. It goes right through Wanda's shoulder. It actually does some damage. But in that same moment, Scythia disappears. A portal opens up and it puts her right outside of Lockkill. And as she gets up to go back into the town and take care of Darcy, what she sees is that there is now a barrier. There is now a sphere of protection, which means she is not able to get back inside, at least for the time being, as long as this spell is up. Now this is where Darcy goes to explain that she infiltrated the daughters. She did this as a journalist. After accidentally not checking her facts on a previous story, she lost her job. She was hoping by exposing the daughters and their brutality, she may actually be able to get her job back as a reporter, as a journalist. And she did kill that sister, but it was accidental. It was in self-defense. Wanda lets her know that she is now protected. As long as she stays in the city, she is perfectly fine. But this is where we see Scythia making her way into the caverns of Lockkill. Going down here, what she finds is the same rock that Wanda has been trying to investigate. The same one that is able to pierce her magic. And apparently, there's just an entire deposit full of this very unique ore. And Scythia just so happens to find the right cave, and she is able to harvest it and make an entire armor suit out of this, ready to go back into Lockkill and face against the Scarlet Witch. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If I'm gonna be completely honest, this issue was kinda lame. Like, don't get me wrong, the fight between Scythia and Wanda, that was relatively cool. But there are many problems with this story. The first problem, Scythia attacks a building full of women, full of people that are absolutely innocent, and she does this to throw off Wanda. So you're gonna tell me the whole purpose of you creating this organization, this secret society, is to protect women, but only when it suits you. Because in your fight against Wanda, you were willing to take out an entire building full of people, to include women, just to prove a point. But if we even go past that and we ignore the hypocrisy. Now, Mysterium is a relatively new thing that has been brought to Marvel Comics. This little unique ore that Wanda has been investigating is even more. But now we're seeing that it just happens to exist right here in Lockkill, under the ground in a cave that's just right off the road. You're gonna tell me that nobody ever has investigated this. Nobody's gone in there and checked it out, brought this rock back. Like, you're telling me that sitting here on Earth, there just happens to be a rock that is powerful enough to take out the Scarlet Witch, and nobody has gone to it until this moment? It just seems absolutely ridiculous. And apparently there's enough to create an entire armored suit of this freaking stuff. And that's probably just the surface. But I guess, you know, they had to figure a way out to make Scarlet Witch have a weakness. And of course, it's this silly little rock that this lady just happens to find in a cave. You know, I was really hoping that this was going to be a good series, but the truth is, it's just bombing. It's not doing great. It's nice to see the Scarlet Witch out here doing something, you know, especially with how much we haven't seen her in the last couple of years, especially since the trial of Magneto, ever since she created Mutant Heaven. But this is definitely not the way that I expected Scarlet Witch to come back And for the most part, I'm pretty disappointed that this is the story we get following everything that she has done. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories, if you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with Scarlet Witch. Be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.